everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Primes, Terracon Blot. And here is Blot in his monster mode. I'll be honest with you, when I was a kid, I hated this guy, because out of all the monsters that we had a shark that looked like a salamander to me. We had two-headed dragon. Actually, we had two two-headed dragons, and we had a bird that could have been a rock. Look that up. It's an Arabian bird or whatever it was. And then we had this guy, which was just, I don't know what he was supposed to be. Now, as I got older, like I didn't even show it off. I have when the Target exclusive, the Vomitus for the, was it Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, I forget which one it was, came out. I think they labeled him as an ogre, so that'll fit as an ogre. I can dig that. I can dig an ogre, and he's pretty cool looking. He's got quite a bit of molded in details. I love his little claws, and he's fairly posable for what he is. Basically a block with arms. I have no idea where the prime arm is supposed to go on this mode, because I don't see any pegs for it to go anywhere other than where I have it now. Good. Take that off. So here we have Blot with a big old backpack. He was a big square figure. He was square this way. So now he's square this way. And yeah, little monster ogre thing. He looks like his mouth should open. It does not open. And his gun comes off. And you can you put it up? No. I was going to say you could put it on one of the Prime Master pegs, but you can't. He's got 3 Prime Master pegs. You can probably stick this on the side here. Let's see. Yep, you can stick it on the side here. It works with the pegs here, which are for robot transformation. So if you don't want the gun up top, you don't have to. But then you're left with this thing here, which doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, I guess if it fits flush on there, so it looks like it could be part of the head, but it doesn't go anywhere. So that said, let's take this off. We'll go ahead and get him. Well, let's talk about his articulation. He has really not much here. It's just a little wiggly waggly. If you move this back, then you can do that. But then, hey, peekaboo. See, it's just a dude cosplaying as a brick monster. His claws, you can close them like this, but then it shows off the fist. But hey, you know, it's something. Rotation at the arms, they go straight out. They actually here bend in a few different positions, so you can get his arms in whichever way you want to do it. You can do that. And his elbows are on ball joints. You get 45, 90 degrees, whatever. You get that degrees. And that's it for that. The legs go forward, back. They'd probably go 360 if the arms weren't there. And for whatever reason, they splay out. I don't know why you can do that, but you can do that. I guess if you want him to be sitting down, you can do that. If you want to, that's up to you. I don't know why, but hey, it's there. And that's pretty much it. There's no other articulation or gimmicks in this mode to speak of. So, actually I shouldn't have lowered that down, because now we're going to transform him. So, to get him transformed, first thing we're going to do is we are going to pop his backpack off his back. And we're going to make sure that if we've transformed his legs by accident, we transform them back. Split them while you're doing that. There we go. For some reason, okay, I was going to say for some reason it doesn't hold very well, but it holds okay. You're going to bring his legs, and on the inside of the knees there is a hole that will fit over that nub there. So you're going to go ahead and push it over the nub and close it. Same thing on the other side. And there are his legs transformed. You're going to come up to his arms, and you're going to fold the thumb over to reveal the fist. Fold the thumb over to reveal the fist, and I like how that integrates right there so you don't really see that it's a different piece. Push these bits here, in and in, and bring the arms on down. Then you're going to take this piece and move it out of the way, and then take this piece, and this just comes down like so. And there are posts here that will go into holes here. So let's get them down. There we go. And there we have Monsieur Blot transformed into his robot mode. And it's okay. If I'm honest, I prefer him in his nothing mode. Let's take a look at his face. His face is very, very peculiar. I don't know what's up with his mouth. His jaw is not symmetrical. One side swigs out to the other. He's got a great Kali chin. But let's see. What else? He's got nice details. Like if you look, he's got a lot of nice details going throughout the whole body. They're not picked out, and that's a bit of a shame, but you know, it could be worse. Back in the day, this here would have just been regular gray plastic with a bit of yellow paint if we were lucky. So I don't mind. I don't mind. And this over here wouldn't have been silver, it would have been gray plastic. So it helps out. It helps out a lot that they're doing something. And we've got the gun, which you can, plug it in up here if you want to. The holes here are big enough for that. So you can have over the shoulder. You can plug it in his hand like so. So you can have a gun. If you want to, you can transform his fist so you can have these claws. I like this way better. If I ever have him in his robot mode, it's going to be like this. And of course, you can put the prime armor on, which just goes over like that, and that's that. It doesn't look overly bad on this guy, the same way as it didn't look too bad with Ripper Snapper, because it matches so well. Like, it's not a black hand on a white thing or whatever. It color matches exceedingly well. It just adds to the profile. It still looks dumb, but hey, you know, it's something you can do with it. And now it looks like a fist. Now it looks like there's a fist grabbing his whole torso. And the piece here comes out, becomes a little gun. And yeah. So let me go ahead and do a quick size comparison before I transform him into anything. And make sure I'm recording this time, because I actually recorded this review. Or I should say recorded. I'm throwing up a lot of quote signs because I thought I had pressed the button and I did not. I got through the whole review, looked down, and saw it was still on standby. I was like, damn. So here he is with Titans Returns cup. And you can see he is smaller. Why, I don't know. But, I mean, he was a small monster too, so maybe that's why. Oh, and yeah, like he's got all those Titan Master Pegs. So we got a cup here. I might as well just use his head to show off the Titan Master Pegs. So where did he have the Titan? He had the Titan Master Pegs right on his monster shoulder. And then on this bit that rotated for some reason. So you could have a Titan Master ride him if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and transform him. We're going to go into leg mode. So for that, we're going to leave this piece, if we can, alone. I don't think we need to do anything with it, so we're going to go ahead and rotate this bit. Oh, we might have to move it. Yeah, we got to move it because this back piece was in the way. Okay, and we'll close that back up and close that down. Bring that up like so. Wish I could bring it in more. I can't. Alright, so. And then we're going to take the arms, and there is a rectangular plug piece here that will plug into this rectangular hole or slot, whatever you want to call it. We'll go ahead and do that on both sides, like so. Rotate. Well, before we do that, let's make sure that his robot fists are inside, so his monster hands are exposed. I think that looks the better part, instead of having robot fists on the side of your limb. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and turn this around like so. Split this open. Maybe we shouldn't have closed the thing on it already. Okay, close those up, and there you have your Blot leg done. And then you just take the gun and stick it back on here, and then you take a foot and you plug the foot in there, and there you have Blot as a leg. I don't particularly like this. I don't do this. He actually is always an arm for me. So we're going to go ahead and turn him into an arm. Now, as a G1 toy, I used to turn him into the leg all the time because it was just a big brick. So we're just going to go ahead and leave the top pretty much alone. And go ahead and unpeg the bottom. Transform him almost like we're transforming him back into a robot with the legs. Okay, that's all said and done. And you are usually on this side. So take the hand, plug it in, make sure that the legs are where they're supposed to be, and then this goes like so. Let's turn his face around so it's not sticking out. Okay. There we go. And you can stick the gun on here if you'd like. I always usually do, just leave it there. And there you have Blot as an arm mode. Or Blot as an arm mode. I can't believe I just said that. Blot as an arm. Usually, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something different this time. But yeah, Blot as an arm. And this Blot makes a pretty decent arm. He really does. So, yeah, that is that for this guy. We have 2 more people to go. 2 more bots to go. And then we can put them all together and compare him to some other combiners. That said, I'm iSleep. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Ciao.